Mantis here with another VOD review. If you want a review, just DM me, and please, if you can, like and comment on the video. It really helps with the algorithm on YouTube. So we have a player here, Vigo, and NA, 274 wins, 251 losses, 52% win rate. So climbing, but climbing definitely a little bit slowly. So let's look at the OPGG. Now, one thing I noticed that when I was looking at it last night, A Soul Jungle, and then this one, Yasuo ADC, and then this one, Teemo ADC with Jace top, and then this one. You're getting like, Kane. Although Kane top is a viable pick, it is still like a weird off meta pick. And this guy 44. You're getting trolled a little bit. So what I'm suggesting is that you need to find dodges, right? So this game is 100% a dodge, right? Jace in solo queue is usually a losing game when you have him on your team. Jax Fiora, Irelia, Gangplank Cannon. No Jace games, right? It's usually kind of the same with Yasuo as well. So I definitely think that in your ELO, if you see a Yasuo on your team, probably think about dodging. But when you see a composition such as Varus top, maybe you swapped to top this game. But it seems like this guy runs Varus top. But yeah, this is a dodge, right? So the games you're losing on your main champ, some of these games are really fucking, like, you're just getting trolled, right? So in a game like this is probably an okay game to watch, for sure. And then playing Cassiopeia is fine too, no problem with that. And then, like, Shyvana jungle, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's that good, but you don't need to dodge this one, you can play this one. That's what I think about your matches. Actually, it looks pretty nice, you're playing your main champ, but you're just not winning, right? And then with Cassiopeia, you're literally 6-1. So you have something with Cass, and then you're just kind of banging your head on the wall with Yone. I think it's because you have a little bit overconfidence on the champ, right? Need to definitely dodge some of these games. It'll increase your win rate slowly. Even though you already have a positive win rate over 60 games. This win rate definitely could be a little bit higher. And then in the past 38 games, you're 47% win rate with Yone. So I suggest you really think about this. Is enough sample size for me to say, hey, I see a player with a problem and he needs to fix the problem, right? But I'm not sure what your problem is. So one thing you can do is go to One Trick GG, go Yone, and just kick it back to the basics, right? Straight up back to the basics. And then look at the match histories, look how they do it, look how you do it. It might be correct, it might not be correct, but definitely against GP, yeah, second win is good. Probably Doran shield start against GP, but like, who am I to say, right? You gotta look it up yourself and learn it, right? This is what you need to do. You need to kick it back to the basics and start taking more information, because I believe that you have the mechanics on Yone. Like you can outplay, you can combo, but there's some, like right here, like you have a lot of games on Yone, so you have the potential to do it, but you're missing out somewhere, right? And it could be little as builds, it could be little as like map movement or macro play, right? Something's hindering you on Yone, and you need to figure it out. Okay, now you can also go VOD mode right here, and then he against Jace, right, or whatever, this one, right? What the hell was that pop up? But yeah, and then you can watch the unedited VOD, right, and see exactly how they do it. So emulate what I just said. Try to do that, and you might find a little bit more success in what you do in solo queue. Let's watch this game. The snowball happens after you die, so we can get into this game real quick. Again, with Yone, it's like a lot of matchups you need to learn, right? And maybe this game is probably a good game to watch too. Yeah, he's not that good. So let's just watch this quick one right here. Okay, I can tell you right now that you being AFK when you have a Mumu jungle. Okay, well, he already started W. He has no intention of invading. You being AFK is not a good idea, right? Just don't try to be AFK ever again, right? You're trolling. They could be 5-man invading, and if you're not 5-man or prepared by covering your entrances, you will lose. You will just lose. Especially in solo queue. Lucky for you, the enemy didn't invade, but it could happen, right? Now we're doing the late invade, right? So this invade, it's good to play aggressive in solo queue, but it's way more beneficial to be as 5 and doing it as a team, right? And this begins at the beginning of the game by pinging and communicating, hey, this is the plan, this is what we're gonna do, go together, right? And then, I don't know, this guy just, maybe if you ping him at the start of the game, he doesn't fucking snap takes W, right? And like, we don't invade here, like, LeBlanc's not gonna start chain, and if she does, she's gonna probably have a little bit tough time level 1. Ezreal needs to leave, right? Minions are spawning soon. Okay, if it's an invade to steal, I like it, but still, it's too late. What ELO is this? Plat 4. So if you want to get to the next level, Diamond. 1 second here, I gotta move this. You need to start doing this. Never in your life give up 1, 2. Don't give up the first 3 minutes of the game to be deceptive with your jungler, with your movement. Okay, well, you missed the gold, but you got the EXP, which is fine in the sense of you being able to survive in the lane still, but I still truly believe that you should never ever miss that even the gold. It's part of the invade, right? And it stems back to you being AFK and not communicating with your team, right? Truthfully, I'm gonna be honest with you. There might be a world here where you just walk up and auto this. There might be a world, but that world might not be there. Rather see you be using your 3rd Q on the enemy champion for harassment. I know you wanted to farm there, but I still think that's better. It should be like a mini game, right? Every one of these should be focused on trying to hit him, right? Nice. So it's like execution, right? Like, you can look at your lane phase with Yone over and over and over again, and each time you'll find different things to do or how to improve, right? Here you just need to start damaging him. So you casted auto attack, and then your Q went off, right? I think you're trying to auto Q there. So you just have to understand that that's a thing, right? You can cancel your auto attack. It seems like that's what happened, right? Or maybe you just queued. Maybe that's the animation for Q. But if you're trying to auto Q, I think it's a wise move to do that most of the time. Auto Q. If you want to queue quickly for the knockup, that makes sense too. So why this gank failed, right? You need to have an understanding that when your jungler's here, he will have an option of ganking, right? So trying to play aggressive, trying to chisel Gangplank down will ultimately lead to higher success, right? So each little bar is like 10% higher chance of killing Gangplank, right? 10% higher, 10% higher, 10%, 20, 30. Around here, you have a pretty high chance, right? Around here, it gets just higher and higher, right? So kind of think of it like that, right? So if you're anticipating the gank, and you should be, well, I don't know if you are, but you should be, you can just, even if you take the damage from the barrel, knocking him up here, just forcing it, sorry about that, just forcing it, and getting like 10%, 20% chance higher of getting that gank done is just a better move, but you have to anticipate and see it, right? If you're not seeing it, thinking like that, like, you're not going to climb to the next level for sure, because the top laners in like Diamond, they're thinking at another level, right? So you need to get to that next level. Right, so he's missing what? The amount of HP that you could have traded with him, right? Or maybe a little bit less. Anyways, I hope you see it, right? I hope you see it with your eyes, right? Level 3, you have your E. Gangplank, no flash. Think you queued because it was about to expire? I'm not sure if you had time to EQ. Just EQ quickly, right? Oh, execution. Need to dodge that. This execution, right? So like with Yone, you need to just look at the replays and these skirmishes and learn from them, right? Like, this is so important, right? So like Poppy's Q, it goes and then goes once, and then there's a second. There's a second. That kind of looks like a funny thing. There's a second bump, right? And then here the Q right there, the wrong way. And then here, I don't know if you pulled. Yeah, you're pulled back, right? I don't know if you press it. Wait, how long does this last? For 5 seconds, right? I don't know if you press it or not, but if you can get even 1 damage on her, it's really, really nice. And soulbound right there. See that second bump right there? Got you there, right? So this is actually really, really close. But then the snowball happens, right? So skip ahead here. So when this happens in this matchup with LeBlanc, Akali can just jump on LeBlanc and kill her every time. AD? Oh yeah, static shiv, right? This guy's probably first timing too, so you're probably fucked here, yo. Yeah, good mechanics. Yeah, in spots like this where it's like trying to figure out how to approach Gangplank here while he's farming, because it's really important that you just like, just pull up a replay, right? I like this guy. I like this YouTube 8 Dami-sum. And then just try to find the champ, right? And see how this guy does it, right? And he started the blade start, right? So shield probably wasn't the option. Similar build to yours. Build's outdated, so don't worry about the build, but just worry about the mechanics and what he does, right, and how he does it, right? Because in solo queue you never really want to be sitting back like this. You want to be the aggressor, right? But I understand you're playing around the barrel, right? But I'm just trying to give you insight on the mentality of what you should be doing, like, right? Were you just not auto-attacking? Hold on. I might have saw it wrong. W. If you have it, yeah, you have it. Ward this, right? This is just a thing that should be a habit for you. Ward the bush. Right before skirmishes or during fights, brushes and wards can be worth up to 300 gold. Right? Pink wards, especially pink wards, or red. Yeah, pink wards for sure, right? So just keep that in mind. You ward it, and then you see exactly how it is and where he is, so you can play it better, right? He gets the first auto on you, right? Q. That's auto. Yeah, definitely think pink warding. I mean, not pink warding, just warding that bush is better. Really is about execution, right? So when you dodge this barrel, you take it to first auto, but you also start trading into minions. 3 range minions start hitting you, right? So this, and then maybe one melee is hitting him, but regardless, like, he has a minion advantage here. And with Yone especially, it's gonna get close, these fights, right? It's gonna be like 10% HP survival, and you're gonna be outplaying, right? So all these things need to be taken into account. Can't be trading to an uneven wave, and if you are trading into an uneven wave, it's because you're so ahead already, right? Yeah, good mechanics, but you just need a little bit more HP here. And then if you're doing this trade all the time, and then the wave is getting pushed in and you're losing the wave, it's not a good trade. And if you do that all the time, it's probably one of the reasons why you're not climbing on Yone. But I'm just gonna put that out there. So you get out traded, and then you immediately start trading into him, right? So this is something that I feel like you probably always do this. You just go in, right? But there's like more merit of playing the wave, right? There's more merit in playing the wave. Like, look how big your wave is, right? So you gotta think about, how can I catch this GP in a position in which he's standing and all my minions are hitting him, right? Well, there's one point at the turret where he's gonna be forced to hit all those minions, right? Another point is gonna be when the wave meets each other right here. But then by you going into all these minions and then trading, especially with 75%, 65% HP, it's just like a recipe for disaster, right? He's gonna auto you, and then look at his passive, right? Gangplank's melee attacks ignites the target, dealing 175 true damage over 2.5 seconds, granting Gangplank 19% movement speed. So you're gonna be walking into him. He's gonna hit you with that trail by fire. His minions are all gonna start hitting you, and then he's gonna win the trade, right? And then because he's low ELO, he just whiffs his ultimate. But now you have to back. Jungler is probably not gonna come anytime soon, and he can start a freeze, right? You can freeze it here, and there's nothing you can do because the enemy jungler can come gank you, right? You're fucking yourself playing like this. Fucking yourself really hard. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? You're just gonna back? You're gonna wait? What are you gonna do, right? Now you're wasting time. There's no player in master tier. He pushed the lane. I gotta say, yo, you know what this GP is? This GP is BAD bad. That guy is really, really bad. So you should be happy that you're playing against really bad players, but you need to start taking advantage of them, right? Yeah, this guy could be at like 68 CS, and you'd be at 33 still, man. You know? And these players are gonna punish you like that. I'm not kidding. Like, if you want to climb to the next level, this is what you need to do. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Kind of funny because like you jump on him when you're not supposed to jump on him, and when you're supposed to jump on him, you right click away. So this is like why I'm saying that you need to change your ways on your own and start thinking about the basics on this champion, right? Because the way you think about this champion is just so it's the opposite. It's literally the opposite. Just try to keep that in mind. Like, you need to kick it back to the basics, start studying more, get over your the way you think about the game is correct. It's not correct. The way you think about the game is not correct. I'm telling you right now. Like, what are you doing? You know? And I know I'm being a little bit hard on you, but like, you play the game a lot, right? I want you to climb, right? And I want you to see it. Sometimes I feel like I gotta be a little bit hard on some players, right? But with that, see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the replay right there. But you really need to rethink the way you think about Yone. You're level 7. You're trading into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 ranged minions, right? And each one of them deals 35 damage. 35 times 5. That's 175 per, right? And then you're at 1,236 HP, right? So it's like almost a tenth, or like 8% of your total HP per cycle of autos, right? So 8, 16, 24, and so in 3 cycle of autos, that's 24% of your HP, right? And it's just like you're just not thinking about it, right? And you just gotta do it. And hopefully my tips help, and good luck on the rift.